I release, I receive, and I rise. I let go of the weight of yesterday. I open myself to new strength, and I rise with purpose. I release doubt, I receive trust, and I rise with courage. I release fear, I receive calm, and I rise with focus. I release old patterns, I welcome healthy change, and I rise in alignment. I let go of what no longer serves me. I receive what uplifts my spirit, and I rise empowered. I surrender control. I open to divine direction, and I rise with clarity. I release hesitation. I receive momentum, and I rise with intention. I release comparison. I receive confidence, and I rise grounded in my truth. I release the past. I receive presence, and I rise with purpose renewed. I let go of worry. I receive reassurance, and I rise with faith. I release pressure. I receive support, and I rise with ease. I release limits. I receive growth, and I rise with vision. I release tension. I receive harmony, and I rise, strengthened and centered. I release confusion. I receive direction, and I rise with focus. I release overthinking. I receive trust, and I rise with peace of mind. I release regret. I receive wisdom, and I rise with grace. I release distraction. I receive presence, and I rise with clarity. I release resistance. I receive flow, and I rise with confidence. I release doubt. I receive knowing, and I rise with assurance. I release stress. I receive calm energy, and I rise with awareness. I release the pressure to be perfect. I receive freedom, and I rise just as I am. I release the fear of failure. I receive new opportunities, and I rise in my power. I release old stories. I receive new beginnings, and I rise with excitement. I release hesitation. I receive alignment, and I rise in full presence. I release what dims my spirit. I receive what lifts my soul, and I rise into the light of my truth. I let go of old weight. I open to calm blessings, and I rise into steady joy. I release the past gently. I receive the present fully, and I rise into the beauty of life now. I am free to move forward with lightness, peace, and purpose. I receive each new day as a gift, and I rise with gratitude in my heart. I release tension from my body. I welcome ease into my being, and I rise with strength and softness. I breathe out the noise. I breathe in clarity, and I rise with grounded faith. I release outdated stories. I step into the joy of who I am becoming. I am open to calm connections, fresh beginnings, and rising peace. I let go of chasing. I receive the flow of what is meant for me. I rise with hope, rooted in the freedom of a clear mind. I release fear. I receive trust, and I rise with courage. I let my body relax. I allow my heart to open, and my spirit to lift. I receive this moment fully, and I rise into alignment. I no longer carry the burdens of the mind. I rise lighter, freer, and truer. I welcome simple joys, letting them fill my life. I receive my life as it is, and I rise with deeper acceptance. I release control. I am open to grace, and I rise in trust. I am safe to rest. I am ready to receive, and I am willing to rise into my new life. I release force. I receive flow, and I rise with joy. I release the weight of perfection, and I rise in peace with who I am. I receive clarity through stillness, and I rise with intention. I release old energy. I welcome new energy with open arms, and I rise renewed. I release the rush. I receive the present moment, and I rise in mindful presence. I let go of old resistance, and I rise trusting the flow of life. I receive each breath as an invitation to begin again. I release what no longer fits, and I rise into my true expression. I am free to welcome joy in ways that feel authentic to me. I receive love with ease, and I rise with warmth in my heart. I let go of the need to improve. I rise anchored in the truth that I am enough. I am open to blessings that align with the peace I've created within. I release the noise in my life. I receive the peace I have been waiting for, and I rise with clarity. I let myself feel fully, and I rise with deeper compassion. I receive the beauty in small things, and I rise with gratitude. I no longer hold on to what drains me. I rise lighter each day. I release the old pace, and I rise with steady calm. I am open to life unfolding gently and joyfully. I let go of overthinking, and I rise with clear purpose. I receive the fullness of this season, and I rise in harmony with its grace. I release what kept me small, and I rise into the space I was meant for. I allow new blessings to reach me with ease and kindness. I release the pressure to rush, and I rise at the pace of my soul. I welcome support. I invite harmony, and I rise with a light heart. I trust the clearing in my life. I trust everything that is blooming, and I trust my own ascension. I receive life with open hands, and I rise with an open heart. I am no longer bound by old fears. I rise with bold peace. I release resistance, and I rise into the flow that carries me forward. I receive what aligns with my highest good. I release constraints, and I rise in my own way. I release the weight of yesterday, and I rise into the freshness of today. I receive calm, like a wave, and I rise steady in my spirit. I let go of overthinking, and I rise with gentle focus. I am free to rewrite my story, and I rise as the version I choose. I receive what nurtures me, and I rise rooted in self-love. I let go of doubt, and I rise anchored in quiet certainty. I release comparison, and I rise in my own rhythm. I receive the magic of the present, and I rise with open wonder. I allow myself to be supported, and I rise held by grace. I am free from tension, and I rise with relaxed strength. I release urgency, and I rise with patience at my own pace. I receive the sweetness of the season, and I rise in harmony. I let go of what isn't mine, and I rise with clean energy. I receive inspiration gently, and I rise with new and great ideas. I release guilt, and I rise fully, permitted to enjoy my life. I receive rest without apology, and I rise restored. I let go of the noise that clouds my mind, and I rise in peace. I receive truth with softness, and I rise in quiet knowing. I release confusion, and I rise with focused presence. I am open to the beauty ahead of me, and I receive peace. I release the need to explain, and I receive trust in myself. I receive simplicity as my birthright, and I rise in lightness. I let go of what held me back, and I receive infinite confidence. I receive joy and happiness in ordinary moments, and I rise with wonder. I am free to begin again, and I rise with renewed passion. I release tension from my thoughts, and I receive stillness. I rise with calm direction. I let go of outdated expectations, and I rise with fresh vision. I release the pressure to hurry, and I move forward with steady grace. I receive the moment fully, and I allow it to nourish me. I let go of what no longer serves me, and I open space for what feels right. I release past versions of myself, and I step into who I am becoming. I receive love with an open heart, and I carry it gently. I free myself from overthinking, and I lean into simplicity. I release fear of the unknown, and I step forward with inner trust. I welcome healing where I once held tension. I receive support with gratitude, and I allow it to guide me. I release comparison, and I celebrate the path I am walking. I breathe in presence, and I exhale the past. I let go of proving, and I rest in being as I am. I receive joy without question, and I let it live in me. I allow love and happiness into my thoughts, my choices, and my day. I release urgency, and I move in harmony with my needs. I trust the path I am on, and I allow myself to grow with ease. I release all that no longer serves my highest good. I receive love, support, and abundance with an open heart. I rise with purpose, power, and peace. I release the weight of old stories, and I begin anew. I receive the lessons life offers me with grace. I rise beyond limitations into my fullest expression. I release fear, and I step into courage. I receive blessings, both expected and unseen, and I rise by choosing myself over and over again. I release doubt, and I return to trust. I release resistance, and I welcome alignment. I release comparison, and I honor my past. I release the past, and I reclaim my present power. I release shame, and I remember my worth. I release chaos, and I breathe in calm. I release control, and I embrace divine timing. I receive clarity to move forward with purpose. I receive joy that uplifts and sustains me. I receive healing in mind, body, and spirit. I receive miracles that remind me of what's possible. I receive peace in every part of my being. I receive divine guidance for my next steps. I receive all the good that is meant for me. I rise in love, in strength, and in truth. I rise with the sun, and I shine my light boldly. I rise from challenges, wiser and stronger. I rise above fear, and I follow my inner fire. I rise in alignment with my soul's calling. I rise in gratitude for the path that shaped me. I rise knowing I am becoming who I am meant to be. I thank you for joining me here today. Remember, you are letting go of what no longer serves you. You're opening your heart to everything that is meant for you. You're rising into your highest, truest self. You're brave enough to release the past. You're worthy enough to receive every blessing. You're strong enough to rise again and again. You're becoming powerfully, beautifully, and faithfully. You're held, guided, and uplifted by a force greater than fear. You're aligned with healing, wholeness, and hope. You are a rising, light-filled, resilient, and ready. Claim this as yours. Know it to be true. It is, and it is so. I thank you again for joining me today. If you enjoyed these affirmations, consider leaving a like, comment, subscribing, and sharing with those you love. If you would like to follow me on my other socials, check out my links below. Lastly, thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your support, your presence, and your kindness. None of this is possible without you, and I could not do this without you. As always, take care and make a difference.